Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the eSeniors. It's the season 4, and we're in Group 1. We're here in Spa-Francorchamps to end the weekend on a high, or that's what we hope so. Welcome everybody to the stream. My name is Juan Antonio Mena, or as my good friend Alma calls me, the Spanish Indian Antonio Banderas. Welcome everybody. We're gonna have a lot of fun tonight, and we're gonna have a little bit of a discussion about things that have happened throughout the week, especially yesterday. We are awaiting the server to be restarted for the qualifying session to have the green lights. And let me tell you something. Yesterday in the Group 2 race, we saw something that, to be honest with you, I've never seen in my life. Such chaos in the first lap. We had more than 20 cars involved in a massive incident, and there you have my partner, my brother in arms, Mr. Jeremy Arrobas. I think he can tell us in an even better way. Good Lord. Mr. Robas, wow, Jesus Christ. What happened yesterday?
In previous seasons and even with Group 1 actually, but this one I think is the best of all the seasons. This was the best crash I've ever seen.
That's a way of putting it.
Hopefully it won't be repeated today. I'm just gonna start the official quali right now and we'll be off.
Now you can hear Jeremy. Sorry that he was a little low. But yeah, basically, wow, what a massive crash. Please, if you don't mind, we would like to keep the F1 talks without spoilers due to some of the drivers not being able to watch it.
Yeah, not a problem. Absolutely.
So I'm saying it because in the chat I see some people talking about it, and you can talk about anything. But please, if you don't mind, we would enjoy not having spoilers. It seems like the qualifying session has started.
Yes, here we have it.
Well, we're gonna jump right into it. We are already all set to rock and roll here, Mr. Rojas. We're gonna have a lovely evening. Let me see. Everything is ready. Everything is set. I like it and I love it. Let me get the chat ready. Everything. Evening, guys. Watching from my COVID-ridden hovel. No racing for me tonight. Oh, I'm so sorry, Chris. Damn. I really wish you a speedy recovery, because let me be honest with you, that is a pain in the butt, because I've been through COVID myself. Here you have, it's Mark Pocock. That's the man. Liverpool. Oh my god, this is cheeky, eh? Mr. Pocock with the Liverpool livery. Okay, sorry, but why? No, don't be sorry. Basically, some of the drivers that are participating in the race right now haven't had the opportunity to watch the race. That's why we do not want to speak about the race in high detail, because we want them to be spoiler free for when they watch it. So Robas, everyone is getting ready. We've made I've made a little bit of a change for the stream. The stream is now in 30 FPS. Hopefully this will avoid the disconnections that we've had last week. I really hope so. And let's see what happens, because I'm looking forward for a very entertaining qualifying session. It seems like I've lost Jeremy Rojas. Give me a second. Let me see if I can get him back. One way or the other, we're going to go with some of the men that are going to start a lap. And that is one of them. It's Andrea Cayola, the Italian, one of the fastest guys we have in here. I'm going to walk you through the standings at the moment. Right now is Cayola leading the championship with 135 points. Jonathan Wood is just behind with 126. And then Chris Bourne is with 123.
Yes, hello again. I'm sorry I had a technical issue here, but I'm back.
Problem. No problem, Mr. Robas. Glad to see you back. We can hear you perfectly.
Hope you can hear me. Everything is good?
Everything is fantastic.
I'm still having issues. I don't know why.
Oh my God! This is
I
Sunday.
Don't know why
Yeah,
I'm having issues.
Yeah, it's the Sundays, man. Every time we go on a Sunday, it seems like we all have issues. Unfortunately, hopefully, they will get resolved quickly. But I really want to thank you for accompanying me. Clearly, that is Willie Owens. Welcome to the stream, my friend.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to come back again. I cannot connect properly. I don't know what the issue is here. Sorry about this.
No problem, Mr. Robas. Hopefully that will get fixed quickly. Welcome, Mar Stephens, to the stream. We are right now on board with Cayola. Hear him clear. Me too, but it seems like he's having a little bit of issues connecting to the server. And that is a struggle.
Who is having issues?
You said you were having issues connecting, right?
No, yeah, no. I think I'm okay. It's only an audio issue I have, but it's okay now.
Okay, fantastic. Then we are all set for it. So awesome.
Yeah.
Fantastic, my friend. Well, Cayola is gonna finish his lap time real soon. Let's see. He's gonna go through the bus stop right now. Good bus stop overall. Welcome, Mr. Andy, to the stream. Cayola's gonna put the first lap. That's gonna be a 2:19.4. Well done. The car behind is gonna put a 2:26. That is Jonathan Wood. There's a little bit of a gap in there.
I think it definitely set the tone with that one. I mean, it's gonna be a tough lap to beat. And also, let's not forget one thing. Since the game has been updated, physics of the cars also have changed. So I believe we're gonna see a different times and different times from drivers as we go.
Yeah, that is true. With the physics changing, I guess the drivers must adapt, and this is where we're gonna see the versatility that the drivers will have with the changes. Jeremy is very quiet. Well, I have him in 200%. Let me see if I can do something else to get this fixed.
Oh, you said the microphone. Yeah, I'm sorry about this. I'm the one having technical issues. I don't know why. You know what?
Yes,
carry
sir.
on for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna leave and rejoin you.
Okay, my friend.
Sorry about that.
No problem, my friend. There's no problem at all. Well, we'll get Mr. Ross back in just a few moments. Let me turn this up to volume. Do you hear the cars all right? Let me know. If not, I will make it a little louder. For the engines, I can hear them very good. Yeah, same goes for me. So I don't understand that. Mr. Mark Rogers, there you have him at the moment, P10 with a 21.2. We're going to have to go again with Andrea Cayola, because my God, he's getting close to that 18. And look at that. We have Branko Pesciak getting on the 18. He's the first man to get there. Let's see if Cayola is going to have a shot at the pole, because his 6/10 up. He needs to nail this exit. That was nice indeed, but a little slow. Is it going to be enough? No, it's not. 19.075, and he's not going to be able to beat best checks time. We're going to go now with Chris Bourne, P3 in the championship at the moment. Look at that beautiful car. Hey, what's up, Nikos? Welcome to the stream, Lightfoot. Hey, my man, how are we doing? I can hear the cars, but could be louder. Okay, pardon me for this quickly, but we're gonna do it. Audio, nothing happened. Fantastic, incredible. There you have it. Someone from Portugal running here. Do we have a Portuguese driver here in Group 1? Well, I'm your neighbor. Comes from Spanish. Let me see. We don't have Sosa in here, unfortunately, so there are no Portuguese drivers in Group 1. But we have Portuguese drivers in Group 3 and Group 2, in both of them. Let's go now with Merch Ponov. Let me tell you, that livery, mwah, beautiful. It's amazing. That Marlboro livery for the BMW. Good, thank you. Yeah, low game sound. Should I even put it higher? Do you think the game still sounds low? Hope to be with you soon. I would love to, Paulo. I would love to, my friend. I would love to see you here. Old school livery, you're damn right. Ponov, he's a very fast driver, especially in qualifying. He has some very good laps up his sleeve. Terry Howard, welcome to the stream as well, my friend. We got 28 people. Yes, higher car sounds will be great. Okay, let me fix that to you. Let's okay, fantastic. Is it good now? It should be great. I think that's gonna be perfect, ain't it? Perfect, fantastic. Thank you very much for telling me. Ponov right now looking good. He's gonna be able to get into the 19s if I'm not mistaken. For now, no one has been able to challenge Betschek's time of an 18.8. These are the top times we are looking for the Group 1. Ponov is going to put himself in P6. Let's go now with Rhys Whitten going now through the third sector. Let's see how he can do. Thank you guys for the feedback. It's nice to see that everything is working all right. And I don't know if I told you, but I got good news for my stream. I am getting a graphic card. Finally. I'm going to get a good graphic card. It's going to be a 3080. So be sure the quality of the streams are going to jump 3,000%. So just wait for me to get it. And you will notice the change 100%. Rhys Whitten is going to cross the finish line. And he is going to jump straight into P3. What a lap. That was fantastic. Tony Whitten just behind, improving six tenths. He's going to put a 21 dead. Well done, Van der Voort. It's weird to see him this far back up to 21.6. But now I think it's going to go into the 19s. Bomba P4. What a lap from Mr. Van der Voort. That was insane. Let's go with David Guerra, who's going to cross the finish line as well. Put himself in P11. Well done. Now we're going to go on board with Danny Holtz. Branko flying at 218. You damn right. This guy is on another level. But let me tell you, Saunders, Van der Voort, and Cayola are quite close to these times. We will see, Alma. I assure you, you don't even know how much I want this graphic card. Because if the stream looks good right now, wait and see when we get it right. Nice to see Carlos racing. Carlos?
I'm back one, so hopefully you can hear me.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, can you hear Jeremy Arrobas? Please let me know.
Let me know everything is fine, please.
If not, I will turn the volume of the game down a little bit. Let's see. I'll be interested to see where my qualifying from last night will place me here. Jeremy is
Yeah,
low volume.
am I still too loud? Is
No,
this
now you're
fine?
lower than before.
Oh, I'm lower than before. I'm sorry about that.
I'm lowering the volume of the game. So maybe we can contrast it.
Yeah, see, I don't know why I'm having technical difficulties today, but I apologize for that.
Okay, say something, Mr. Robas. Let's see if I
Yeah,
can do something about it.
so right now, what's we have Mr. Bijak with 2:18.8 in P1, followed by Cayola um, P2 and John Sanders P3, and the top five actually are within a half second of each other. That's pretty intense.
Indeed. And let me tell you, we're going to have to go with this man, Van der Voort. Van der Voort. Boop, 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 boop. 18-4. Wow. What a lap. From the pocket, it seems that I have fixed or I have counter-rested the volume, and now people can hear you perfectly. And Mr.
Okay,
Arrobas,
that sounds good.
which is what I want. I want people to hear that lovely voice
Yeah,
of
so
yours.
28 driver. Yesterday we were 32, I believe. So it's about the same count. For the group 3 on Friday, there was only I believe 14 13 drivers and a perfect first lap actually. So once again, we know yesterday was a total chaos there in that on that first lap, and I don't know what to expect. I believe usually we have one massive incident, and after that everything smooths out. So let's hope it will be the case today.
Yeah, I'm hoping for the same. I hope everything goes clean. Here we have Lars Eklund. He did a very good third sector, but unfortunately he's going to lose a little bit of time on this bus stop. He's still going to get P6, so good job overall. Let's go
Yeah,
now with Tony Whitten. Tony Whitten, I'm looking forward to see what this man can bring to the table tonight here in Spa. At the moment on the 224 for his qualifying pace. I'm sure he's going to be able to get into the 19s. I want to ask you something, Mr. Robas. It's 65 minutes. What do
yeah,
you
it's
think?
65 minutes. 65 minutes with mandatory pit stop,
Yes.
fuel, and tires. So it's a long race. That's why I was pretty upset yesterday. There's no need to push that first lap. I mean, the idea is to settle into your position and start racing. And sometimes we forget that. I mean, we have drivers, they're too impatient, they're a little too aggressive right away, and that compromises the race for themselves and mostly for the rest of the drivers. Because yesterday my heart goes to the 15 drivers that were disrupted. Their race was completely disrupted, and that is what we have to try avoiding in the future.
Yeah, I agree with you, my friend. Hopefully things will turn out differently here. We're going to go on board with Andrea Cayola because he's the last man to have a shot at the lead. Van der Voort with the 18-4. Betschak with the 18-8. Cayola needs to put a banger of a third sector to make something happen, to get the miracle and get the pole position because it's 3/10 up only. Let's see. Good braking zone. Good entry on the bus stop. Same goes for the exit. It wasn't too bad. Saunders just conquered the P3. Cayola, what is he able to take it? Yes, P2 for Cayola.
Nice.
But Van der
Look
Voort,
at this.
wow.
Look at this. Total domination of the McLarens here.
Indeed.
Very interesting.
Indeed. Let me check what they're saying. Should implement JA's dog. I don't know if JA is me or him because my name is Juan Antonio, so it's JA, and he is Jeremy Arroba, so JA too. JA's dog somehow. I haven't walked across the screen with eSeniors sweater. I would love to see that. Jeremy, I guess it's talking about your dog. I want to see that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's only merged up to settle up time. The qualifying session has ended. We're gonna go for that great walk that every single one of you love. It's time for the race. And seriously, impressive stuff from Jeffrey van der Voort. By the way, Ponav, very good to have your number on the top of the car. I like it. The 69 number. Very expressive when it comes to racing. Isn't it, Mr. Rojas?
Yeah. So now the question is, I'm pretty sure those guys are going to be very nervous going into Eau Rouge and doing that first lap. It's, Eau Rouge to me is as dangerous as that first chicane at Monza. Notorious chicane where most incidents happen during a race at Monza. Here it's Eau Rouge, so it is a difficult track because of that. And what we want to see is everyone making it and resume racing and have close fights. And looking from the times we have on the grid, I mean, it's gonna be very interesting because we have a lot of close times. So let's hope it's very entertaining.
I agree with you, my friend. It's gonna be amazing. I know that for sure. We already have 25 people in the stream, which is amazing. Thank you very much to every single one of you. I see that Paulo Novais is asking for my name. My name is Juan Antonio Mena. I'm a Spaniard.
The one and only Juan.
Ole! That's my Jeremy. Woo! We are awaiting the start of the race session. It seems we're gonna have to wait a little
Yeah,
longer.
no, it seems a little slow. I mean, we switched servers and it's only a setting that has to be adjusted. The same thing happened yesterday. It's gonna move forward to the race mode in a few seconds. We just have to be a little more patient than usual.
Yeah, no problems at all.
It builds up the tension.
Oh yeah, I'm nervous. I can tell you that for sure. I cannot wait. I want to read what Hugs Morris said. I think I would have been 16th to 20th based on my time last night. Well, Mr. Morris, maybe it's time for you to come into the Group 1.
Yeah, that's it. You, Morris. I like that. The one and only. That's right.
Don't mind me, guys. Just here to see the mayhem in Eau Rouge. Oh, I'm like, oh, well, you are Canadian, so you're going to have to help me with this pronunciation. Eau Rouge. Is that good?
Yeah, Eau Rouge.
Eau Rouge.
Yeah, which means red water.
Red water. Yes. Johan is a monster group 2. Indeed, don't mind me, guys.
And here we go. They're on the starting grid.
Well, my friends, you know it. I know it. I love it. It's the great walk, and I'm gonna do it for all of you. Oh yeah, let's go right into it. You know I love it, Mr. Robas. Let's get the camera view. Fantastic. And here you see the leader, Mr. Van der Voort, with an amazing 18-4. Impressive performance here in this qualifying session. Andrea Cayola just behind for the P2. Then we have Branko Bezjak and John Saunders for the second line. Reese Wiggin with a very nice P5 side by side with Lars Eklund. And behind him there's Chris Bourne and Jonathan Wood, the two men on the podium at the moment in the championship. The lead being taken by Cayola. Then we have Mr. Mark and Whitten for the top 10. Ponov and David Garrett, which is weird to see him that far back up. Mr. Rogers and Mr. Christopher for 13th and 14th respectively. Chris Holmes and Christopher Hjort for 15th and 16th. Jay Jones and Nemeth. And then Danny Holtz and Mark Pocock. Weird to see him on the top 20. But what can you do sometimes? Things do not work out. That's Bywater and Thompson. Then it's Steve Howes and Eric Daunt. And on the back we got Terry Trowbridge, David Noble, Derek Bird, and Peter Dajon to end the grid. And there we have Mr. Jeremy Arrobas, who's here to help us out. What a lovely livery. And let's take a look at the whole grid. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
That's an amazing job from our friend Nikos. Uh, the one and only Nikos, our Michelangelo of liveries here.
Oh yeah, it's Michelangelo. No better way to say it, my friend. Let's see what they're saying. Did I just read the results of the F1 race? I'm still watching. Oh my god. I hope no one said anything about it. We said no spoilers. Juan comes from Joao in Portugal. Yeah, Juan, I'm Spanish, my friend. Oil and coolant. Uy. Uy, Zvonimir Krancheks. Krancheks. Oh god, I forgot. God damn it. I don't know. Wait, let me remember. How do you pronounce it? Zvonimir Krancheks. Krancheks. There you have it. Perfect. And nice to see you all coming to the party, because things are going to be rolling in no more than 15 seconds, 65 minutes of racing, one mandatory pit stop for both tank and tires. And Mr. Robas, we are gonna go live. Let's see what happens.
Absolutely, looking forward to this. I'm very nervous. Hope everything is gonna be smooth, going up Eau Rouge and for the rest of that first lap.
Get your good God Almighty's ready. Oh, you know me, Mr. Andy. You know me. You know I like me some good God Almighty. And be ready, because I might have a heart attack live in the eSeniors channel. The green lights are going to come out. In just a few seconds, it's going to be Mr. Jeffrey van der Voort setting the pace, leading the pack for this 65-minute race here at Spa. The green lights are going to come in 3, in 2, and 1, and we go live. What a great start from Andrea Cayola, who is already ahead here. Oh my God, already contact. Thankfully, that was saved by Mr. Saunders. There you see some cars going off the line, but so far no incidents, which is good enough. Oh, that could have ended really badly.
Okay.
For a second, it looked like yesterday. Oh my good Lord in heavens above. There you see the 3 men at the top are already making a little bit of a gap. And here in the middle, lots of 2 wides. Look at that, 3 wide. They make contact. Ay, 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 ay. There's a car completely spun around. And Mark Christopher, you can see, is being rejoined by Danny Holtz. Oh, that was not the best rejoin. The car who was spun around, it was Craig Holmes, unfortunately, being the one collected here as we go into Brazil's. Most of the cars are very close to one another, but thankfully no more incidents for the moment. Let's check. As you can see, we're going to go to one of the toughest corners of the track. Downhill, and be careful with your input on the throttle. It looks good from everybody so far. Let's move a little bit.
It does. And Mr. Cayola means business right away and has taken the lead.
Let me tell you, Cayola always excels when it comes to race pace. And you could see he didn't hesitate once. Here you have Chris Bourne and Rhys Wiggin going at it. We're going to go on board with Chris Bourne, because now we're going to head into Blanchimont. Maybe this is the time for Chris Bourne to make a move when we head into the bus stop. But also, we have Cayola defending now from Jeffrey van der Voort. There you see there, just went through Blanchimont. They're going to go side by side now. Into the bus stop we go. But I don't think Van der Voort is going to try to commit to a move here. It wouldn't make sense. Besek is going to go wide. Thankfully, he's going to be able to save it. But now it's going to be John Saunders attacking. And we are going to go on board with him, because you can see he got super close. We're going to go into Las Holes now. The second lap has been started. And only one little touch, which is nice to see. It was very scary on the Rouge. We saw the car bouncing on the wall, and not gonna lie, just as I said it, there was an incident here. Jay Jones. Oh, that's a dive. Jesus Christ. That's a dive right there. My God. Woo. Yeah. That is not what you want to do, but at least, as you can see, he waited for everybody. He understood that he made a mistake, and he let everybody by. There you see the fight for the lead. Cayola going a little wide here after the camel straight. We're going to go now with Jonathan Wood, who's still P8 and still fighting with Chris Bourne. The pack very, very tight. Mr. Robas in Seriously.
Absolutely, very close racing. It's nice to see. We had a great first lap. I'm very relieved, so it can be done, and now we can enjoy good, fair racing. And I think it's going to be pretty intense because we have many, many fights going on right now.
Indeed, and I'm very happy that the Oruge wasn't what was yesterday, because seriously, when that car bounced off the wall, not gonna lie, I was fearing for my life, and I guess you too, Mr. Robas.
Absolutely.
It was
But
quite scary.
yeah, it was an amazing save somehow.
Indeed, great racing also from Chris Bourne, who's getting real close to Rhys Wiggin, who was the car who bounced off the wall. Thankfully, he was able to save it. Let's see if Bourne can get a good exit now as we head into Blanchimont. Cayola and Van der Boer still fighting, and you can see the gap is going lower and lower. Of course, the slip from is helping massively. We're going to Blanchimont right now. Look at the overspeed from Jeffrey Van der Boer. Is he going to try the same line for the bus stop? He's going to stay behind, going to try a little bit of a switcheroo, cut a lot, very deep on the entry of the bus stop. That is a good line indeed. Jonathan Wood tried something here. That is Mr. Rhys Wiggin losing. Oh my God, nearly Wood and Roman Mark making contact. Wiggin lose one position and he might be losing another one. Let's see if Wood is going to try the move on the inside. That is a very conservative line. My God! My God! Rhys Wiggin, for a second, he lost it. That could have been a really bad thing for all of the cars. Oh my God, Rhys Wiggin is closing. Roman Mark. We go now into Oruge, a side by side between Mark and Ponab, but at the end they're going to respect each other. We have Jeffrey Van der Boer is going to go side by side with Andrea Cayola. Through the camel straight we go. Now we're going to go into this kind of chicane. Van der Voort is at the moment a little ahead. Is he going to commit to the move? They're still side by side. Cayola with a very good line. Oh my God, this is what we want, some clean ass racing, and we're getting it. That is beautiful from Cayola. Absolutely insane. If Van der Boer is not giving it up, he's going to try the outside line through Brussels. Not the best line you can take through here, but the gaps are still super tight. And Branko Bezek is being able to close up to these two gentlemen who are putting an absolute show. Wow.
Yeah, I think Branko, who has the fastest lap of the race so far, is quietly sitting P3, watching them fight off. It's always a great place to be racing from, especially when you're that close. I believe this podium is gonna be very.
I'm gonna have to cut you off. What happened here? That was Tony Whitten who lost the car. He tried to break a ball. That PWS car, who was David Guerra, unfortunately collected him. Oh, that's not
that's
nice.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate, as you say. And that's going to be a lot of damage there. You see Roman Mark very slow. It's going to be overtaken by Merch Bonov. Maybe something happened that we didn't catch. Sound is too hard. We can't hear Jeremy. What? Can you hear Jeremy all right? Please let us know.
Can you hear me now?
Please let us know if it's working now. Yeah, the commentary is good, but I wish one would show a little more emotion.
Yeah, it's a thrill to see those three cars so close by, and followed very closely by John Saunders and Lars Eklund right behind. So the race is on. The race is on, and I believe it's going to be like this to the very end. It's going to be very intense.
Well, I agree with you. Jeremy should open the door between him and the microphone. He's a little soft, but I can hear him. Well, there's nothing else I can do, to be honest, because I haven't 200%.
I haven't changed anything here, so I don't know why. I don't know why the volume has changed.
Yeah, because I have you on 200%, and I've lowered the volume of the game too.
I don't know.
Yes, clear, but I have to lower the sound because Juan's screaming. I apologize. I get a little emotional with the commentary. I get a lot of people like it, I guess. I hope they do, because if not, I will chill down. I'll take the chill pill. But I think you should be able to hear Robos a little better now.
Yeah, can you hear me better now?
Don't worry, Jeremy. We blame Juan. Thank you. I love you too, Mr. Doig.
So it's really a fantastic race up to now. I mean, I've rarely seen races that close before. So maybe this new update, maybe this new update brought cars closer together, and that will be making the rest of the season very interesting. You know, I have to mention this yesterday. Unfortunately, I was taken out in Eau Rouge and had to start the race a lap down. But when I rejoined a lap down in the top 10, and I was able to stay with the top 10 until the end of the race. So I believe the new physics make a big difference.
Indeed, I agree. Maybe let's see if the volume is better now. It seems like some people are having issues, some people aren't. So I think it's not from our side then, because for now it seems like everything is working well. And I agree with you. Also, Van der Voort with a 19.8. I have lowered the volume of my mic as well, so we are more balanced. But it's weird that that this is happening, because last week everything was working great, but this time around, unfortunately, I do hear you a little lower on Discord, Mr. Romas. But
Yeah, I don't know why. I believe maybe it's my end. I don't know. I don't know what it is. You know. I mean, I think we have to learn to deal with this kind of issues. Is this better now? Does this make it better? If I switch the volume here, I don't know if it makes it better.
let's see what the people in the chat can tell me. I have it on low and hear you great. So
Yeah,
that,
it's better.
so then why the complaints? I don't
Okay, Nico
understand.
says it's okay. So
Yeah, so then maybe it's then it's from your end. There you saw Lars Ekland made the move on John Saunders. We also have a lot of move around. Christopher Hjort. What happened to Christopher Hjort here? He went for the inside of Danny Holtz. Oh, Danny completely caught it. Oof, that's a big hit.
yeah, well, that's what happens if you try to do the inside. To do the inside of someone, you have to make sure the other person is aware of what you're doing, and most of the time they are not. So you're taking a big risk doing that. You know.
I could not put it any better way, Mr. Romas. That was perfect. There you see Chris Bourne very, very close to John Saunders. Bourne is showing really good pace here. And let's see if we are going to get to see another move. Niels is young and he can hear whispers. There you see the comparison in lap times. And of course, we haven't talked a lot about it. But ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, behind the eSeniors logo, we have the Ukraine flag. Of course, we support the cause. The war is still, unfortunately, live. And we're praying that everything goes away. So we send all of our love and support to the Ukrainians.
Absolutely.
The gaps have opened a little bit here between Saunders and Bourne. And Lakeland, who's trying to pull away. He could make it happen. We're going to go a little bit on the back because we have Craig Holmes, Derek Bird, and Peter de Jong. Three-man fight here for the top 21. Let's see how things develop. But the gaps are being close. Unfortunately, not the same for these three gentlemen, because it's Mr. Cayola and Van der Voort, and Bestcheck has dropped a full second and a half. Are the races always at 20 hour time? Yes. This time around it was at 21 because of Formula 1. That's why we started 1 hour later.
Absolutely. I mean, actually, for the last 2 weeks, we've been bothered by the time change because the hours changed in North America, and now they leveled off this weekend in Europe. So now we're back to the same schedule we had 2 weeks prior.
You ask and you shall receive. What happened, mister?
I tell you, this battle between John Van der Voort and Andrea Cayola it's gonna be like this to the end. I hope these guys don't make any mistakes. And actually, I don't recall them making any mistakes. So this could be very very entertaining.
I agree indeed. And there you see the time differences between both of them. 42 thousandths of a second in 3 laps. My God. Isn't that insane, Mr. Robas? That is just incredible.
Absolutely.
How tight it is between these two gentlemen. We'll check the fight. But for now, we're going to go with Neil Bywater, who's getting real close to Danny Holes. Hola, mi hermano, el Messi de la pista, Daniel Britos. Welcome to the chat, my friend. Bienvenido.
Hello, everyone.
There you see Bywater really close now. And we're going to head into Blanchimont. He should have the overspeed to try the move. There you see he had to tap the brakes a little bit, because if not, he was going to eat Danny Holes out. We go now into the bus stop. And things are looking safe from both drivers. So we're going to move forward with Chris Bourne, who's again very close in this 3-man fight. Really good fighting between these three. And very clean nonetheless. It has been like that throughout these 20 minutes, close to 20 minutes. Could be a game changer indeed. The pit stop is going to be the key part of this race. There you see Van der Boer and Cayola again side by side. Now Van der Boer has the advantage. Is he going to try to commit to the inside line? He has the move done, but let's see. Can he save it? Yes, he does.
Wow.
Beautiful move.
What a battle. What a battle.
Another turnaround, but let me tell you, this is not helping him at all. Because I think right now, Van der Boer and Cayola, if they want to secure themselves at least a top 2, they should be helping each other. The ongoing fights are making Branko Bezjak catch up, and we are seeing in the times, because he's already a second behind Andrea Cayola. Here you have Roman Mark and Mert Ponov still going at it. Mark, who nearly got collected a couple of laps behind.
Yeah, and Branko keeps putting the fastest laps of the race, so he might be playing a waiting game there. It's going to be interesting to see.
True, that could be the case as well, and I agree.
You know, I mean, when you can keep up with the top 2 in front of you, you can play a waiting game. There's no need to push. There's no need to put a stress on your tires and yourself. Just keep the pace and wait for the appropriate moment to attack.
Indeed. Let's take a look at your friend, Mark Pocock. There you have him. P17. He has gained 3 positions already. Let's see if he can go for a 4th one. He is battling with Dave Thompson. There you see the rear wing of Mr. Thompson, and there you see the overspeed that the cars get through here. Be careful now with Blanchimont. You can see they are both taking it very safely. Lots of overspeed for Mark Pocock, but he had to lift. If he didn't, that would have ended really badly. Hi, Hemi. Welcome to the stream. Great battle for P4. We're having great battles everywhere. There you see now. Danny Holtz is not going to lose 1 but 2 positions and maybe a 3rd. Because look at that. Mark Pocock says, I'm here and I'm coming for you. He makes the move as well. Danny Holtz with a bad exit. And look at this. You were talking about the waiting man. And the waiting man is now on the arms of God. Because he has already caught up to Andrea Cayola. It's 0.3 of a second between himself and Cayola. And Van der Boer has pulled out a 1.5 seconds of a gap, which is very nice. And as you are saying in the chat, if you want to support the eSeniors, please give us some likes. And of course, follow the channel for more, because we have daily racing in here all throughout the weeks. And we have a lot of streams. We have the 3 group stream, the team races, the GT4s. We got it all, Mr. Robas.
Yeah, as you know, it's difficult to know if Andrea's tires are already going or not. If he slowed down, or is it John Van der Voort that just picked up the pace? It's too soon to say. The fact is now Andrea is under pressure from Branko, and I don't think Branko is gonna let him go easy.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But something I want to tell you too, is that the pit window has opened, and this could mean now it's all about strategy. Do you want to undercut? Do you want to overcut? We will see. For now, the gap between Van der Voort and Cayola has grown to 2 seconds. That's a gap in just a short amount of time.
Yes, it is.
The fighting between the Italian and the Slovenian has helped Van der Voort massively. There you see Roman Mark, who has done Blanchimont completely flat. He's going to try to go for the outside line. Van der Voort with a 19.3. That is insane pace for the race.
Look at this. I mean, the top 4 is 4 McLarens. The P5 is a Ferrari. Definitely the new physics have come into play, because it used to be a total domination of the BMWs up to this point, and I think a shift has taken place.
I agree with you, my friend. It's nice to see that all the cars are a little closer to one another. There you see Jay Jones was trying something on Peter the Jump, but he made a mistake. Craig Holmes now chasing the back of Dave Thompson. Let's see if he can make it through. We are going to have to go now back into the lead, because the gaps are starting to grow up. As we've previously said, Bestcheck is still quite close to Andrea Cayola, and they're losing more and more and more time. Is it me, or does the undercut never work in this game? To be honest, it does. There are certain things that you can do to make the undercut work, and most people don't even know, and it's very, very basic stuff. And I will tell you that, but before we are going to focus on Jaime's question, could fuel levels be involved at the front?
Yeah,
definitely.
That's a good question. Jaime brings a good question here. I mean, do they have different fuel strategies? That's what we're gonna find that out soon, in a few minutes, and see as we speak. John Van der Voort put up the fastest lap and is pulling the gap. So will he stop sooner? We'll see.
Yeah, not right now. He's the man who can decide anything. Overcut seems to be prominent. It is true. What we usually see, which is weird, is the uppercut.
Yeah, sorry about that. At the same time, Andrea has managed to put a gap back between him and Branko, and you know, so yeah, it's very interesting what's taking place. Some are losing, some are gaining, and in the back we have Lars, John Sanders, Chris Bourne, and Jonathan Wood. Watching not too far behind, so the pit stops are going to be crucial here.
Indeed, my friend, that is completely true. There you have Rhys Wiggin is fighting with Jonathan Wood. We thought Wood was going to be higher up the board, but this time around is not finding the right pace. At the moment, he's sitting on the 220 mids, 220 lows, and I don't know, it seems like he's lacking that half a second that he would need to jump into the top 3. We're going to go back with Roman Mark, who got a very good Rouge, and Rodillon. And now is going to have a lot of overspeed. Will he be able to make it on Merch Pond? Up there you see the speed difference slowly but surely catch it up. Will he go to the inside line? No, he won't. He's going to keep it safely. He's going to overshoot the corner, though. But still, going to be able to hold it. Well done indeed. Rhys Wiggin now really close to Jonathan Wood. Race is still young, guys. Even without the pit stops, more places are open.
And talking about Jonathan Wood and Rhys Wiggin, that's an explosive duo we have there.
Oh yeah.
They have been involved in quite a few incidents, the both of them. So, but they seem to be racing with a lot of respect today. Let's hope it stays that way.
I hope so, because as you said, they are explosive indeed. That's the perfect word.
You know what I think, what I find is that usually you can have 1, 2, 3 incidents, and that has happened with me and other drivers, and then you kind of gain respect and calm down and come and enjoy racing. A person in the long run, and I believe that's what eSeniors is all about, is growing up as a driver.
Indeed. Man, you're just shooting straight up facts, eh? I love it, Jeremy, eh? Damn, you're gangster now, eh? I like it. You're just saying the complete truth, and that's it. And something that I love about the eSeniors is the way you see drivers evolve throughout the seasons. Seriously, for example, Wigan, yeah, Wood, Pornov. We've seen Mark Christopher as well, how he has progressed. Now he's here
Yes,
in the Group 1, like so many drivers. Mark Pocock, for example. Cayola, we had, of course. Wolfschlein. Oh, God, you cannot never forget Peter Wolfschlein, because that was another
that's
level.
right.
Wow,
Yeah.
what a beast, eh? Look at that. Talking about a beast. David Noble. Is he going to go for the inside line? No, he won't. He's going to keep it safe and stay behind Terry Trowbridge. For now, gaps are starting to open a little bit. So we're going to move into the back of the pack. There you see
Yeah,
Neil
and
Butler.
talking about that, Mark Pocock has made an amazing sixth place progress since the start of the race. He's now racing in P14, which is very nice to see.
Oh, yeah. Indeed. Look at this. Oh, my God. We're going to have a side-by-side on a Rouge. It's going to have to be Peter the Jones jumping on Rouge, because he couldn't do anything else. He tried to hold it together, but it didn't work out, and now he's going to be overtaken by Derek Burr. And as you said, indeed. Pocock with a very good performance so far. Wolf is missing. Carlo too. Yes, indeed. Both of them and Wolfshine, two of the best drivers we've ever seen here in the eSeniors.
Absolutely.
But
We
hey,
missed them. I'm pretty sure they will show up again.
me too.
I know Peter said he was taking a break. I don't know about Carlo, but I'm sure they will show up again.
I am 100% sure, because they are eSeniors, man. They are the heart and soul. I'm sure we'll see him back. Maybe next
So
season.
look at this. Yeah. In the meantime, John Van der Voort now has a very comfortable lead, 2 seconds ahead of Andrea, and Bijak is like 1 second behind Cayola. So it's starting to settle in now. I mean, I believe in the next 5-10 minutes we're gonna see the first pit stop starting.
Indeed.
Actually, they have started, because Christer Yord is in, Mr. Jones as well.
David Guerra
So
has pitted, and Tony
started.
Whitten too. Indeed.
Robin Mark is going in, so they're starting to come in now. And this pit stop is murder. I mean, it's like
Oh, yeah.
it looks like you're going in, and it's like a week-long stop. You know,
It-
it's insane.
It's like the death corridor, you know, and
Yeah.
it's like, Wolf, horrendous,
It's like
Wolf Slayer.
you can easily bring your sandwich and start a picnic.
You can watch the whole eSeniors race while you're going through Spot Spit, so there you have it. Laszlo Nemeth getting close to Mark Rogers. Wolf Slayer said he'd be back for the next one. It's true. And I
Yes.
hope it is that way, because I'd love to commentate him. Well, I don't know if I'll be here next season, but I think I will, Mr. Robas. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Oh, I love you, Bobby. There you see Hjort has come out of the pits. Remember, fuel and tires. So to be honest, the tendency is going to be for the top drivers to pit. The later they can, because they're
You
going to
know-
get fresher tires.
You know, it depends. I mean, with the McLaren, you can easily do a little over half the race and comfortably race without having any loss from the tires. If you have a minimum of 65 liters, you can carry on over a half hour and then do your pit and resume racing with a lighter fuel level and fresh tires. So I'm pretty sure it's the same for the rest of the cars.
Indeed, my friend. John Saunders here in P5, still close to Lars Eckling. It has been a three-man fight ever since the beginning, Let's see if either of the three are going to go in, and that is a rotund no. We're going to go now with Derek Burr, who's catching up to Peter de Jong. Let's see if we can make it happen. Gerard in early with damage. Indeed, we saw Jared's incident. Unfortunately for him, he was doing quite well. But we saw the incident on Pouhon. And we have now Mr. Steve Howells going through one of the cars. So we're in the pit lane. Let's go now with Jason Saunders, who's getting close to us.
It's entering the pits as well.
Indeed, my friend. Pocock is in. Craig Holmes is in. Bywater is in. You can see now already we're getting lapped cars. And as you can see, very respectfully, he's going to move out of the way, even out of the track. To let the fight continue. Gentleman move there. From that lapped car, let me find out who that was. If I can. It seems like it's not going to let me, so I apologize. But yeah, so far, a very entertaining race. We still have 28 people here. Thank you very much to every single one of you for joining us tonight. Now more pits are coming in. Pocock is still in. Holmes is in as well. Three-man fight here, quite strong. Nice to see. And even though the gaps have opened, they have been able to close it again. Derek Burr has made the move on Peter de Jong. Let's see if he can secure it. Indeed, he can. Well done.
We have John Saunders all over the back of Lars, and Chris Bourne real close behind. That's a very interesting three-way battle here.
Indeed, we are right now looking at the rear wing of Mr. John Saunders. And you can see this has been the case for the whole race. It has been Saunders, Eklund, Bourne, and then Eklund made the move on Saunders, and it has stayed like this for the last 25 minutes. And one word are amazing. Ooh, very close there from Bourne. He tried to do something. Van der Voort is in the pit lane.
Oh, and they're all going in the pits at the same time. Very interesting. The thing is, I believe John Saunders will be penalized in the pit lane because he has car damage. So he's going to have to pit a few more.
Oh my God. Mr. Arrobas. Mark Pocock with a stop and go penalty of 30 seconds.
Oh no.
Whoa, that's race.
Really? That's really surprising from Mark.
Race shattering mistake. That is going to cost him everything. Wow, very unfortunate.
Very surprising, very surprising.
There you see Nemeth with a good line through a Rouge. And surprising to see Pocock make a mistake like this, but you know, sometimes these things happen.
Yes, they do. In the meantime, see, Andrea stayed out and is now leading the race. Branko Bijak behind him. They decided to stay out a little longer. So that's going to be interesting to see how it plays. Does it play in their favor or against? We'll know that in a couple of laps.
Indeed. Stop go equals 3 days. Indeed.
Oh, yes. That's a major penalty. That's a major penalty.
It is. Let me tell you.
Mark is not one to give up. He will take the penalty and resume racing. He's not someone to give up at all.
I completely agree with that statement. Most of the guys in here never give up, which is very nice. That you know, they're fighting through and through. And well,
yeah,
Cayola.
You know the bottom line is you're here to race. I mean, you know, only one person can win. So the rest of the drivers are part of the show, and I believe whatever position you race in, you're still racing because ultimately you're racing yourself. So it's a mind game, and you know, if I take my example, yesterday I did the 90% of the race one lap down, but I had a great time doing it, knowing that I had no hope of finishing in the top 10. You know, so the idea is to participate and and gain as much knowledge as possible racing. And every race you learn something and you get better.
That is the message that you should be pointing through, and that is perfect. Mr. Robas, I completely agree with you. But I agree with more is that this is a really bad mistake. You know how long this pit lane is. Making a mistake of such nature just destroys your whole race. Best Jack, as you can see, has decided to go in. Cayola is still out. The gaps are massive now. Like, absolutely massive. I'm going to show you the track map so you see how
it's gonna
separated
be
they are.
very, very interesting. Andrea's definitely a different strategy here. There's still 13 minutes before the pit window closes, so he has a plan here. Let's see what happens.
Let's see how it works. Nemeth now getting closer to Matt Rogers. He will be at the back now. He will be fuming. Well, we'll see. He jinxed himself. Indeed. That was his own fault and no one else's to spit in the pit lane. But we wish Mr. Pocock a good rest of race. Let's see how he's going to do. But as you've all said, now he can watch a full episode of Breaking Bad. And maybe have dinner as well. Because this is going a long penalty, Mr. Robas. But now,
Yes, unfortunately it is.
Cayola is close to another lap to be finished, and I don't know, is he gonna go in now, or is he gonna go long? I think he's gonna go to limit.
He could play it. He could play it for another 10 minutes. Let's see what he does. I mean, maybe he took on more fuel than the rest.
Nope.
And no, there he goes. There he goes. Okay, so there he goes.
That he's gonna go for 12 minutes and 40 seconds remaining on the pit window. That's a very interesting move. Let's see if it's gonna pay out. So now we're gonna go with the man who he was fighting with. That's Jeffrey van der Voort.
Yes.
He needs to push on like a maniac to try and get this position back. Right now he is at one. Unfortunately, I don't have as much money as Mark Pocock, so I cannot give you a split screen. But what I can do is inform you in the meanwhile how everything is going for now. Van der Voort getting closer to this third sector. Here we go now. We will see where Cayola is going to end up. Nemeth now claims the lead, but you have Cayola, Wiggin, Wood, Ponoff, Rogers, and Christopher in the pit lane.
Yeah, I can tell you John van der Voort is going to come out in front of Cayola for sure.
It looks like so because he hasn't even stopped yet. Of course, he's at the complete front of this pit lane. There you see him. He's still looking for his pit position. There he is, the absolute limit of it. We're going to go with Van der Voort because this is a fight. And yeah, there's no question. There is no question that the move is going to be done. Van der Voort did the perfect strategy and he has paid off. What a fantastic strategy for Van der Voort, who should make the move on Mr. Andrea Cayola as easily as it gets. There you see him. He's going to overtake him right now. That is some big brain right there. Let me tell you that. Look at that. Cayola just got out. Unfortunately, Van der Voort is on his way on Rouge and through. The undercut has worked to perfection. What a nice job. Well done.
Yes,
for
what a nice job, absolutely. But still, I'm surprised. Andrea is a lot closer than I thought he would be. So there we go. Here we have a new race again on our hands. In the meantime, we have the top four right now. They still haven't pitted, so they will soon get out of the way, and John and Andrea will resume racing for the podium again.
Indeed. Bestiak also is in the fray. 6 seconds behind from Cayola. But seriously, a big brain strategy from Mr. Van der Voort. There you see Dave Thompson is getting closer to David Noble as we go through this section. Closest to the finish line. Let's see how it's going to go. Way he's going to be able to make a move. Let's see if they're going to go inside the pit lane. If that is Noble going in, and Thompson is going to answer because he knows he's fighting directly with him. So those are the decisions from these two drivers. Nemeth has also pitted, so now it's Danny Holtz in the lead, yet to pit. We will see how it works out for him. Van der Voort in virtual lead of this race by 4.5 seconds. Right now, Cayola needs to push like an absolute madman to catch this man, because if not, it is done. Rooting for 922, I think it would be his first win. If I'm not mistaken, this would be the first win for Jeffrey Van der Voort.
I believe so.
And what a way of doing it than in the Temple of Racing, Spa-Francorchamps. Sorry for butchering the French language.
Wait a second. There's still 25 minutes to go. And one thing interesting I have to notice, Group 3 on Friday had a beautiful start of the race, but most of the incident happened in the last couple of laps, and that was very surprising to see.
So, do you think it was surprising? For me, at least, for the nature of sim racing, it's usually the last few laps where you're gonna see people just trying the hardest. I don't think it should be done in round 4, because we're right now in halfway. I think you should start doing these kind of aggressive moves towards the last 2 races, and that's why we saw those incidents there. Laszlo Nemeth, as you can see, is going to come out of the pit lane in P12. Well done indeed. Danny Holtz, I'm going to go with him right now. He is 40 seconds ahead of Jeffrey Van der Voort. I'm guessing that Danny Holtz is going to pit now.
Yeah.
Usually in start is KS. It's usually in the start and the end, because those are the 2 highest moments of pressure for the drivers. Because you know in the beginning you can secure yourself a good position. In the end, that's where you're gonna finish it all. Danny Holtz with a very bad bus stop. We're gonna go now with Mark Rogers, who has closing in on Laszlo Nemeth. Let's see how it's going to turn out. Remember, Nemeth just came out of the pit lane. Sorry, that was Mark Rogers. So those tires must be a little colder. Right now, the temperature on track is 36 degrees, so it's going to heat up quickly. And let me tell you, 24 minutes remaining. Time flies, my friend. My God, it's like we were here only for 10 minutes. I'm enjoying myself like a little baby.
Something interesting I just noticed, Rhys and Jonathan are no longer battling. Actually, there's a 6 second, almost 7 second gap between the two of them, and now Rhys is attacking Chris Bourne.
Indeed. And I gotta tell you, Chris Bourne with a very good pit stop as well. He was ahead of Rhys Wiggin due to the mistake he made on the bus stop. But Wiggin now is starting to push and is starting to show some great pace. Let's see if it's going to be a thorn in Chris Bourne's side. We have a move done, because Rogers and Nemeth side by side. You could see there that for a second Rogers had to go into the grass. They're both going to go into La Source. They make contact, banging doors left and right. Oh my Lord, they nearly made contact again. Don't tell me we're going to go side by side on the Rouge. I cannot believe my eyes. Don't do it. You know how it's going to end up. There you see Nemeth is going to be smart. He's going to take the lead, but unfortunately, Mr. Rogers played it perfectly. The card up his sleeve worked insanely well, but look at this. Mark Christopher is going to join the fray. Look at that. That's a little bit of bump drafting to help Laszlo Nemeth, but Christopher is going to get a double move. That is insane from the PWS driver. The PWS guys helping one another. That was a beautiful double overtaking maneuver by Mark Christopher. That was
it's a
beautiful.
PWS sandwich.
Damn, that was an incredible overtake. And if we talk
Very
about
nice.
incredible, we
Very
need to
nice.
talk We need to talk about PWS. Mr.
Very
Rojas.
nice.
What about
Yes,
PWS?
absolutely. What a team! Really
Incredible.
amazing sponsor and teamwork and great drivers, by the way.
Well, there you see, PWS looks like he's gonna get another position. Let's see. Rogers for a second had it, but he lifted through Pujon. And he's gonna stay behind Laszlo Nemeth. John Saunders now is catching the back of Merch Ponov. And as you said, we need to thank a lot to our sponsors, is Aqua Green, Sindel, and PWS themselves. Let's give Nemeth some credit for making room. Indeed, he played it correctly. But let me tell you, Mark Christopher did a fantastic job there as well. Danny Holmes is still out. He only has 2 more laps to make it happen. Saunders has made the move on Merch Ponov. As you can see, no issues though. If that was a sandwich, the mayo got squeezed out. There you have it. Let's go now more with Terry Trowbridge, 320, fighting with Steve Howes. Good racing between all three. I agree. The racing has been fantastic so far. For the last 45 minutes, we've had nothing but bangers after bangers. And Jeremy,
Yes,
Holtz needs to pit now. The
yeah,
gap.
he does. Otherwise, he's gonna miss the pit window and be severely penalized at the end of the race. I think he's aware of that. He has no choice but to go in now.
For what if I'm not mistaken, the penalty would be 130 seconds for not serving the mandatory pit stop.
Yes, absolutely.
And I also want to point this out. Van der Voort is still 4.5 seconds ahead of Andrea Cayola.
He really is dominating this race. I'm surprised actually. Andrea cannot keep up with him. I thought it was going to be a closer fight than this, but now the gap has opened within the top 3 there. Andrea is 4 seconds away from John, and Branko 4 seconds from Andrea. So I believe we have our podium right there unless some kind of major event happens. And as we speak, Danny Holtz just went into the pits.
Indeed, and that's what I wanted to point out. Best Jack is catching Andrea Cayola, so keep that in mind.
He just put the fastest lap of the race.
Indeed, my friend. He's looking really strong. We'll check on the fight for the lead now that the positions are going to become permanent. Van der Voort is going to be leading the race from Andrea Cayola and Branko Bestjak. That will be the podium. There you see Terry Trump sliding.
Yeah. I'm happy to see Lars. He will be P4 once Danny Holtz is done with his pit. And Lars loves Spa. It's his favorite. It's his favorite track. He's been there in person with his dad, and he led this race in previous championship with the eSeniors, and was very unfortunate. I will never forget a race he was leading, and coming out of Eau Rouge, someone was sideways on top, and he unfortunately couldn't avoid that car and crashed and lost the race. That was heartbreaking to see. But here, I believe he has a secure P4 and possibly a shot at the podium if anything happens to the top 3. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see if he can hold on to it. That would be great. That'll be an amazing result for Lars Eklund. But let me tell you, Reese Wiggin and Chris Bourne are looking good as well. Roman Mark, I gotta tell you, this man nearly got collected a couple of times, and he is putting a very good performance as well. Fighting with Jonathan Wood for that P7. Very solid performance from the Slovenians.
Yes, absolutely. They've always been fast from the get-go. When they joined this season, they were fast right away. And now Roman Mark is putting pressure on Jonathan. That's going to be interesting to see how Jonathan responds to that.
Let's see, 17 minutes till the checker flag. The pit window has closed, but everybody has served the mandatory pit stop. So that implies that we are racing to the checker flag. Let's see if Roman Mark can get closer to Jonathan Wood and try to make an overtaking maneuver. For now, it's not looking like such. It is a little bit of a gap in there. There we see Terry Trowbridge getting real close to Steve Howells. The fight for P19 that has been going for the last 35 minutes. Let's see if Trowbridge can finally make the move. But one way or the other, he is putting a very consistent performance. Bless you. And Wigan, as we said, still close to Bourne, but he's not finding that tiny bit of speed that he needs. I think the only way this man can make the move is if he goes complete bonkers on Rouge. We'll see, but for now it's a full second between these two drivers. The gap is too big. We're gonna go now with Mark Christopher. As you can see, is defending from Laszlo Nemeth, the PWS sandwich, still surviving even without the mayo to stick it in. It's working, and Nemeth is really working well against the pressure of having two amazing drivers on the front and on the back. Well done from the three of them. Cayola is starting to catch up to Jeffrey Van der Voort. 3.4 seconds. And we keep on going.
Yeah, with 15 minutes to go, yeah. I mean, if anything has to change, it has, Andrea has to show it now. I mean, you know, technically, I believe it will remain top at the top of the classification. Oh, yeah, we had a contact here.
We did have a contact. It was Nemeth and Christopher. And look at that. Look at how things have turned out. Nemeth is now ahead of both PWS drivers. Sorry for cutting you off. But
He didn't want to be in the sandwich anymore.
He said, now you can deal yourself with the sandwich. I am gone. There you have
Yeah,
it.
I was saying Andrea will be happy even with a P2 because that will be enough points to lead the championship still. So he's doing a great race.
There you
And
see.
don't forget, technically, you're racing a championship, so every point counts. And that's what a lot of drivers forget, you know. And that's the reason why I always say no need to go crazy in that first lap. It's not one race. It's a championship you're racing.
I agree with everything you just said, to be honest. This is not just a sprint race. This is a full championship, so no need. Mark Pocock unfortunately has hit the front of the car very hard. He's gonna keep his car on track. Laszlo should give the place back. Well, there was a little bit of contact, but it seems like he hasn't given it back, and he's gonna stay and roll with it. Let's go back with Andrea Cayola. 3 seconds now between these two drivers. Now it's Cayola really pushing the machinery.
Yeah, Cayola is definitely closing in. The question is it John Van der Voort who's lifting off a little bit or not? We're gonna find out soon. But something is happening, and if Andrea is gonna attack, this is the time to do it now.
Yeah, 3 seconds still, and maybe he's just trying to save tires, as you said. He's still putting those 19s.
And I don't know if you notice this, and others will notice in the stream. It's the first time I see that much dirt on the car's paints. I don't know if it's an upgrade that comes with the new patch in ACC, but that's very realistic. You know, as the car progresses, the race progresses, the car gets dirtier. That's very interesting.
Yeah, they're starting to add those kind of details that make a simulator one of the best. And not gonna lie, throughout the last year, ACC has gained a lot of good reputation in the world of sim racing. Still, just a bit. It needs a little bit more to overtake, of course, the grand champion of sims, iRacing. But seriously, Kuno Simulación is putting a very good effort on improving the game. The 1.8 patch seriously changed it all for ACC, and we're looking forward to see how things develop. Not gonna lie, I would love to see some
I'm,
race from Hindi here as well, huh?
yeah, no, I believe ACC would come on top. I think they're very smart, and it's an amazing simulation, recognized by a lot of professional drivers out there and taken very seriously. And I think they're doing a wonderful job and always making it better and bringing new cars, new tracks. So they're doing it right. They're doing it. They're doing it very good job actually.
And it needs more real damage, in my opinion. To be honest, I think it needs more damage, but also keep in mind, uh, some of the brands actually,
Yeah, but
in their contracts. Oh,
you know,
wait,
I'm, I'm gonna
What has happened here?
I'm gonna answer. Yeah, who's going off?
Oh, the correction. Oh, Wigan is
Going
out.
off.
Wigan is out. That's a massive hit. Yeah, he's going to the pit lane. Whew.
Chris Wigan. It's Chris Wigan.
Indeed. Wow, what a hit. That even hurt my soul, Mr. Robas. And yeah, you have a point there. To be honest, I think ACC can become the best simulator ever.
Yeah,
As
but I'm gonna answer Willie. You want more realistic damage, which means in a carnage like we had yesterday with 15 cars. If you
it's an
have
hour.
real damage with the debris, I mean, we'll have to abort the race, right? Because you wouldn't be able to drive over the debris for a second lap.
That's the
That's
thing.
so
That
there's a limit, I guess, to being realistic.
Well, yeah, it depends on the kind of race. That's why, for example, racing is better in that sense. The damage model is way better. But what I wanted to say is that I don't know if you know, but some of the companies they're actually, some for some BMW or whatever. Wait, I'm gonna tell you in a little bit. That was a very good fight, and again, Nemeth is pulling away and surviving from these two PWS cars. But as I was saying, I don't know if you know, but for example, Mercedes signed a contract with ACC, so when the car is in the game, they cannot show the car completely broken just because of
Yeah,
an image. That's
that's it.
something that happens in every single simulator. In iRacing, they
That's right.
they deal with it differently. That's why the damage model is way better. But keep that in mind too. But I would change the damage model as well because for some part iRacing, I love it because it's very accurate. LFM, I'm not going to say what LFM is, but basically it's a system where you get ranked, you get a rating, and basically, well, the more you race, the more you win, the more consistent you are. You get bigger points. You get races with people your level, which is very nice. That's basically a copy of iRacing. They copied the iRacing system and put it on.
Okay, really amazing racing here between
Dude,
John Saunders, Roman Mark, and just in front, Jonathan Wood. Those guys are really attacking right now.
yeah, but they're
John
losing
Saunders
time, eh?
all over the back of Roman Mark.
You can see that Jesus, my brain. Jonathan Wood is pulling away from Roman Mark because John Saunders has joined the fray, and these two are going at it. Let's see how it's going to end up. Cayola is still in the 3.3 second gap. Van der Voort might have this on his pockets. That will be a very deserved race from Van der Voort, who has completely driven like an absolute maniac throughout this hour and a half, 8 minutes remaining. The fights are still on track, just a couple of them below the second. And not gonna lie, Jeremy, things are starting to calm down. Do you think we're gonna see anything else happening?
What do you mean? John Van der Voort means business, I mean, Andrea is trying to close the gap, but I don't think he will be able to. And now Branko is 6 seconds behind. So there we have we have our podium, I believe, unless any one of the three makes a major mistake.
Look at that. We got a fan of Johnny. We got a fan of Johnny here side by side for a second. Saunders and Mark. El Tocino Rápido. I love Tocino. And that's a good call indeed. But I think Van der Voort really has this. We're going to go on board with him for a second. Because the only reason why this man could lose the race are those cars in front. And those are lapped cars. Should we take a look at them? We will right now. It's Hjort and Ajay Jones, but we know these two gentlemen are very clean, so they will let them by in just a matter of milliseconds. They are very clean indeed, but let me tell you that Van der Voort is catching them rapidly. There you see Noble fighting with Dave Thompson. He's going to actually try to commit to the inside line. That forced Dave Thompson very wide, and that's a move down from David Noble. Good job forcing the mistake from the other driver. Ooh, nearly contact. And you can see now Thompson is going to stay behind Noble. That's a good line. He's going to recover the position now. No problems at all. The overspeed is there. Thompson should have this on the pocket. Let's see, because Jesus Christ. My Lord, that McLaren is flying. There you see Thompson is going to look for the outside line. They go side by side now. After the camel straight, Thompson goes wide. And it's not going to work out. Steve Howells is now side by side with Danny Holmes. We've seen Danny Holmes involved in a couple of incidents, especially both of them here in this actual set of corners. Very close between Howells and Holmes, but it seems like Howells has the upper hand. He does indeed. And he gains another position. 5 minutes remaining. And things, as I've previously said, are coming down. Aye, Craig Holmes. I think he just bended it by himself. Let's take a look. Oh, Pujon. Too aggressive on Pujon. He's going to stay P13. It's a big hit, eh, Jeremy?
Well, yeah, I mean, oversteering there, but you know, and at the end of the race, which means the tires are slowly going. But yeah, no, I was going to say that anyway. I believe we really had a beautiful race from Group 1 today. Very little incidents and lots of respect on the track. It's a pleasure to watch this.
Indeed. Nice drift, though. Yeah, it nearly saved it. Unfortunately, it didn't. And he went into the wall, but it wasn't that much of a big hit. Thankfully for him, he has been able to keep that P13. But David Noble is catching rapidly. It's 4 minutes remaining of this 65 extravaganza. There you see Holes and Holes.
Andrea managed to bring the gap back a little bit, and he's gaining a few tenths every lap. I mean, but I think with 4 minutes left, it's going to be impossible for him to catch John.
This is what I told you, my friend. The lapped cars. He already got through Christer Hjort. Now, let's see if Van der Voort can get clear of the other lapped car quickly. If not, he might find himself in trouble. We're talking about it. Cayola is now rid of that lapped car. And Van der Voort, as you can see, is the man in front. We will see how it goes. Good lines from both of them there. Now 2.5 seconds, 3 minutes remaining. We're going to have 2 more laps for the checker to come for us. Here we go, penultimate lap. Still Van der Voort behind the lapped car. There you see. Car in front. Is he going to move out of the way? He is indeed. He's going to get out of the way. And I guess he's going to proceed and do the same for Andrea Cayola. But think about this. If the car in front does not move, maybe Cayola can get a little bit of an advantage if he gets to slipstream.
Exactly.
We'll see. He's going to go through Rouge right now. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? The POV. Aye, Cayola nearly going off the track. Good save through there. Look at that. We were talking about the King of Rome, Mr. Peter Wolfsteiner. I miss you, baby. I hope you remember me. I
Hello,
love you.
Peter. Good to see you here.
Very good to see you. Still 2.5 between P1 and P2 on the board and Cayola respectively. We're gonna have one more lap after this, and then it's all till the end. Saunders and Mark are still fighting. Look at that line from Saunders. He might have a shot here now. We go to the Camel Straight. Look at the overspeed. Will he be able to make the move on the penultimate lap? Saunders is going to try to go on the inside line. Side by side they go. Mark is going to commit as well as John Saunders. What a maneuver from Saunders. They're still side by side, but now Saunders has the inside. What an amazing overtaking maneuver.
Beautiful. Really beautiful maneuver. There.
Wow, that was fantastic. Driving from the British Blad. Incredible. Well done indeed. The fight is still on. We have one more lap, as we've previously mentioned. 2.6 is the gap between these two drivers. There you see now Cayola on the back of the lap car.
Only 2 seconds. 2 seconds behind, but
No! No! Saunders and Mark have made contact on Pujon. Let's take a look at what happened there. Oh! Mark overshoots it. Brakes very late. Oh no!
yeah. Well.
That's very unfortunate indeed.
Well.
Oh Lord. Mark, I'm sure he's not happy about this. I know he didn't do it on purpose. And obviously that's... Oh no. That's so unlucky. Here we have Holes still fighting with Mr. Steve Howells. We just jinxed it. Indeed, that's how it looks like. We are right now on the last lap of the race with the leader, Jeffrey Van der Boer. We're going to go on board. That's so unfortunate, Arobas. My God.
I know, and see, this is classic incident towards the end of the race. It's unfortunate to watch, but most of the race was pretty clean, and we had very little incidents. So, I mean, I'm sure John will be very disappointed.
Yeah, same goes for Roman, because they both fought incredibly well throughout the whole race. They raced very cleanly. That's Greg Holmes going in the pit lane. Nobody's gonna get in a position. Holes, great job with the late pit. I'm gonna show you. Mr. Holes started 19th, he's 16th, still fighting. He's gonna gain one position thanks to Holmes going in the pit lane. We are gonna go back with the man who has led the most laps. It has been Jeffrey Van der Voort. He's gonna close this chapter with a victory, unless something happens here in the last two corners. Flanchemont, and then the bust up, and then we are done for the evening. Arroas, what a fantastic race we've had. We've had it all.
John Van der Voort, beautiful, beautiful race.
Indeed, what a performance. And this is the way to top it. Incredible strategy that worked to perfection. And there you have him. Mr. Van der Voort is going to cross the finish line and claim himself as a race winner. What a race. Same goes for Andrea Cayola. Very good performance behind Ranko Vesjak. He's going to take the last spot on the podium again. Another man that deserves a lot of credit. Lars Eklund with that P4. Very well done. Chris Bourne just behind with the P5. Jonathan Wood is going to get that P6. We thought Mr. Wood was going to perform better this time around here in Spa. But not going to lie, a P6 is a very good result. We still have a fight for P11 here. The rest of the gentlemen are crossing the line. Let's check on this fight. And then we will give you the standings And then we will say good night. The fight is still on between Noble and Thompson. Let's see. Thompson right now has the overspeed. If he makes the right launchement, he will be able to make a move. Here we go now. Heading towards the bus stop. Is he going to commit to it, or is he going to keep it safe? I don't know. He's looking for the outside line. Breaking very late. He's not going to have a chance unless Mr. Noble makes a mistake. There you have it. No mistake to be seen. And that is it. The cars behind there. You see Mr. Daunt is going to cross the finish line now. P13. Howells and Holtz. Same goes for them. Then Terry Trowbridge for the P16. We also have another fight. Here you see it's the second sector. Now we're going to go for the third one. It's Bywater and Peter the Young. Two men that have been driving together for mostly the whole race. And that is a very good exit from Neil Bywater. Don't tell me he's going to make it happen on the last lap. The move for P19 has been done for now. Let's see if Peter the John can make it back through Ronchemont. And then the bus stop. Here we go. The Porsche driver going a little wide. Is it going to be enough to reclaim the position? You can see he completely went off the track. But it's not going to be enough. Bywater with a very nice move. And there you have it. This is going to be it for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for being with us. Jeremy, it has been a pleasure having you here on the board.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Juan. Wonderful race. See you soon, gentlemen and ladies.
Yes, and lady. I think there's only one. But ladies and gentlemen, this is it for us tonight. Thank you kindly, and we will see you next time. Have a good night.